What's up, you guys? I'm gonna check here. I'm gonna show you guys the DAT trend line for Reefer. Basically, demand and capacity. You know how many loads per truck are out there, the ratio. I just want to start with the map first. The map, we usually go from Florida, down here in Florida, all the way up to Washington. Right now, Washington and Oregon. Look at this. Look at this. It's dead. It's almost white. So that's why we're taking the trucks down to California empty. Yep, it's it's about 1,000 miles that you have to put gas and pay the drivers without really any revenue. But it's just that there are no good loads coming out of Washington, Oregon, so it's literally dead. Another thing that we get, and then the loads that we have going from Washington, Oregon down to California, they're a joke. So if you want to see the other video, I made a video about these loads. It was about $1,300 for 1,000 miles. It wasn't worth it. With that being said, this is troublesome. So basically, California, which is usually the monster here, it's down on 5 to 12 loads per truck. That is not a good sign. Usually, California is supposed to be in red, like fire, and it's not. So here we have 3 years. This is great because this is 3 years for us to be able to kind of have an idea of where the market is going and what it's doing. So 2020. Okay, the only negative thing about this is that these are the last 3 years. That we had the last 2 years we were doing great, and now we're going back to 2019. It's a cycle. Some years are good, then you have a couple of years that are bad, then some years are good. However, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to see if they are following the same trend line, which if you get to see here, they are not, because the tilt color is 2021. It was going up to February. We went all the way down to hell, and then on 2020 it was going down, but not as there was not a steep, it was not a cliff going all the way down. And then on April, yeah, we hit this mark here, April, and then it started going up for 20 and 2021. With us, it did the same thing. It just a little slight up again. And then if it's going to do the same thing as other years, well, there's a conflicting stories. We have 2020 that is steadily rise up, and then we have 2021 that it went up, like a little, a higher peak. But if it's gonna follow the other 2 years, it should start picking up, which is great because I am at a loss when it comes to business. So if it starts going up and prices start going up, and then diesel, diesel looks like it's gonna stay like that, the way that it is. But if more loads are out there, and then the brokers may cannot get us to take the loads, or we don't, there's not enough truckers to take the loads, they're gonna have to increase the price, and that's gonna make us win more money. So I'm expecting this trend to go up, follow the other years. However, there are so many things influencing trucking nowadays that I really have to watch out. It might surprise us. Remember, we have California. It's on strike. The ports. We have a couple of ports that the truck drivers on strike because of the new law AB5. That's already, if we had a shortage of loads, that's gonna also increase it. We also have the fact that we won't be getting anything from Ukraine and Russia, like any imports. So that's another thing that is gonna be lowering the load to truck ratio. And the fact that also in the U.S. The crops didn't yield enough. The crops are yielding less than previously years. So all of those things combined are looking like we're gonna have a rough end of the year. Hopefully it proves me wrong and it goes up. Follows the last 2 years trend. But at the same time, I just have to make sure that I have to be, have to keep in touch with what is happening. Like I have to keep my numbers straight out, as transparent as possible. So right here we have nation load to truck ratio. I'm not even. This is June went up, and then it just straight came all the way down. And so we have 7 loads per truck 5 days ago, or 7 days ago, sorry. So it went completely down. And then here we have, okay, fuel prices. This is very deceiving. So it has gone down 2.6%, but compared to the last 2 years, 2 years back, it was almost $3. So now, it has increased about 70%. So even if the loads are, start paying us 10, 20% more, we're still losing money when it comes to the gas price. And this is one of our biggest expenses. So yeah, don't overestimate this value here. National fuel prices, even though they went down 2.6%, we are still overall compared to last year like 70% increase. So that is still in the negatives. But yeah, so this is it. Take a look at it, guys. Start getting rid of liabilities if you can, and just prepare just in case it decides to keep going down. You guys stay afloat.